I didn't want to be there. I was just the janitor at the city's most exclusive penthouse, cleaning up after a gala I wasn't invited to. But then the elevator doors locked, the lights dimmed, and a woman stepped out of the shadows. She looked like a goddess in a black silk dress, but her eyes were cold as ice. She didn't ask my name. She just grabbed my collar and whispered, "I need a distraction, and you're the only one left in the building. I'm a nobody. I live in a basement apartment and eat instant noodles for dinner." But that night felt like a fever dream. When I woke up the next morning, the penthouse was empty. The silk dress was gone, and the only thing left on the nightstand was a crumpled napkin. I figured it was a thank you note. I opened it, and my heart stopped. It wasn't a note. It was a receipt for a bank transfer. I pulled out my phone, hands shaking, and checked my balance. It went from $4 to $1 million. I looked at the napkin again. On the back, written in red lipstick, were 5 words, "Don't look for me. Ever." But there's a problem. As I walked out of the building, a black sedan pulled up, and a man in a suit stepped out. He didn't look at my face. He looked at the mark on my neck, a glowing silver crest that wasn't there last night. He whispered into his radio, "We found the consort. Bring the extraction team." If you want to know what that mark means, don't scroll. The targeted millionaire having $1 million is great until you realize it's a tracking beacon. I tried to run, but the silver crest on my neck started to burn. Every time I got more than 10 feet away from that black sedan, the pain felt like a lightning strike. The man in the suit caught up to me easily. He didn't pull a gun, he bowed. "Sir," he said, his voice trembling with fear. "The Empress has chosen you. You are now the most valuable, and the most hunted, man on the planet." I looked at my reflection in the car window. The crest wasn't just a tattoo, it was moving, shifting like liquid silver under my skin. I tried to wipe it off, but my hand just passed through it. "The Empress?" I asked. "Who is she?" The man didn't answer. Instead, he pointed to the sky. A fleet of private helicopters was descending on my slums, their searchlights turning my neighborhood into high noon. They weren't there to protect me. They were the Shadow Syndicate, and they've been waiting for the Empress to choose a mate for 1,000 years. I'm a poor kid from the Bronx, and now I have $1 billion bounty on my head because of a one-night stand. I reached into my pocket and felt something hard. A small, black obsidian key I didn't have yesterday. They're closing in. They think I'm helpless. They're wrong. I just found a hidden door in the alleyway that only my key can open. The Empress's secret. The door didn't lead to a basement. It led to an underground armory that looked like it belonged in the year 3000. As soon as I stepped inside, a holographic display flickered to life. It was her. The woman from the penthouse. But she wasn't wearing a dress anymore. She was in full tactical gear, standing on the bridge of a massive ship. "If you're seeing this," the hologram said, "it means they found you faster than I expected. The $1 million wasn't a tip. It was for your funeral. Or your transformation." I looked at the obsidian key in my hand. It started to glow, syncing with the crest on my neck. Suddenly, my muscles surged with a terrifying strength. I punched the reinforced steel door, and it flew off its hinges like cardboard. I'm not the janitor anymore. I'm the Anchor. She used that night to transfer her powers to me because she's being hunted by something even worse than the Syndicate. Outside, the garage door exploded. The Syndicate's elite erasers stepped through the smoke, their weapons hot. They expected a terrified poor kid. What they got was a man whose blood is now made of liquid silver. "She told me not to look for her," I whispered, feeling the power of a goddess rushing through my veins. "But I think I'll make an exception. I'm going to find the Empress, and I'm going to make her explain why she turned me into a god." Follow for part 2. The hunt is just beginning.